good والباقيين Hello everyone.
Hello.
The date, yes, Arish? Yeah, today is Thursday, and the date?
The 14th of April 2022.
Yes, excellent. It's
The 14th.
and today is and it is the 14th of okay. Well, girls, first of all, let's see the word fitness. It was supposed to, to test you with this word yesterday. Okay, let's see. Fitness, yes. 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 Yes.
How fit
And healthy you are. Yes. And healthy. Yes.
How fit and healthy you are. How fit and healthy you are. How fit and healthy you are.
Yes. Excellent. زينب. زينب. رهف. Ghazal.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher. Can you please tell me what is the meaning of fitness?
How fit and healthy you are.
And Nur Murad? Teacher?
Yes, teacher.
I am Ismail.
Nur, please, what is the meaning of fitness?
How you fit and healthy you are.
Thank you. Good job. What is gonna be, and going back to the text, we'll see that it will be programmed. Excellent. On here, our friend John, he said that I planned a program over 10 weeks. يعني عمل program راح يكون لمدة اللي هو 10 أسابيع. What is the meaning of program in here? In English?
A plan of regular of the future.
Okay, it's a plan of regular or future events. plan يعني خطة، لا regular و future events لأحداث مستقبلية ومنظمة. تمام. It's a plan خطة لأحداث مستقبلية ومنظمة. هذه what اللي هو البروجرام. Okay so it's gonna be Sunday's word إن شاء الله راح تكون الكلمة هاي اليوم الأحد. Okay well okay yes teacher.
إيش كلمة يوم الأحد إنه الصوت عندي قطع؟
Program. It's gonna be program teacher.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Well, Iron Man Hawaii. When I decided to do the Iron Man, people asked me if I was crazy. So as at the very beginning, our friend Cherry is telling us about her experience in this event and that how people told her, are you crazy? This event is very difficult. It's really difficult, okay? So you're participating in such thing, and this race has 3 events. What are they? The 3 events. What are they?
Teacher.
Yes. An 8-kilometer open water swim. This is the first event. What is the second one? Yes, Bushra? Yes, the second one is 180-kilometer bike ride, and yes, which is a marathon. Marathon هو أي سباق ركض بكل مسافة طويلة، يعني مش سباحة ولا دراجة، فقط ركض. أوكي، فأنا بحكي هذا اسمه ماراثون. right؟ أكيد في rewards. And what is more, they encourage people to be healthy and fit. هاي المسابقات، هذا النوع من المسابقات بشجع الناس to be healthy, to be fit, to exercise all the time so that they would, protect their bodies from illnesses or from being unhealthy and so on. Well, it's not easy to get in. You have to qualify first. It's not just because you'd like to participate with them, you can go and just sign in and that's it. لا. You have to qualify first. لازم تتأهل وتكون أنت شخص مؤهل لحتى تقدر تشارك. Okay, each year about 60,000 athletes are trying to qualify. يعني 60,000. إيش هذي athletes? Athletes. What is the meaning of athletes? رياضيين. Yes, excellent. Athletes هون رياضيين. Athletic شيء رياضي الصفة. yes منها. اوكي هدول رياضيين 60,000 تقريبا بيقدموا لهذا الايفنت, but only how many they're qualified and they win a place in this event. How many win من 60,000 كم حدا بتأهل؟ 2000 2000s. Only 2000s win a place in this event. بيفوزوا بموقع بهذا الايفنت. alright. 58,000 yes, وهم athletes by the way, رياضيين, ومع هيك لا يقبلوا. Okay, so you also need really good sports equipment. What are the equipment that we would need in such events, girls? Yes. Swimsuit, goggles. Excellent. هم equipments عبارة عن running shoes, عن what else? Swimsuit, goggles, yes, all of these equipments. Well, you have to be really fit even before you start the training. يعني حتى قبل ما انك تبلش تتدرب لهذا الايفنت لازم انت you have to be really fit. لازم تكون عندك لياقة قبل ما تتمرن. Okay, قبل ما تدخل على السباق. Right. Okay. And then you need a very ambitious training program. يعني once we say ambitious training program معناته هذا البرنامج بده يكون يمس كيف يعني طموح؟ ambitious لحالها طموح. بس once نحكي ambitious program معناته أهداف هذا البروجرام عالية. أنا بدي أحقق ساعات كبيرة مثلا من التدريب. Yes, right. Like working out at least 13 hours a week for about 6 months. Okay. Well, so I've done the training and I've prepared well. I'm ready for the race tomorrow. How do I feel? Quite confident. عم تحكي لنا هي خططت إنه to train how many hours a week? How many hours? 13 hours a week. يعني في الأسبوع 13 ساعة من التدريب. Right. هذا that's why عشان لهيك إحنا حكينا إنه هذا البروجرام برنامج التدريبي ambitious. يعني الأهداف فيه yes excellent right. Next one marathon du sable Sahara.
هيك مرات تيجي حتى ما كانش طلع زيها بالضبط.
Marathon du sable. What is the marathon du sable, girls? What is it? Marathon du sable. What is it? Yes. Yes, it's a race across the Sahara Desert. هي الصحراء الكبرى الموجودة بالمغرب العربي الصحارى. Okay. Yes. Yes, you can or just you run 250 kilometers in 6 days. That's like running 6 marathon in a row. يعني كأنك عم داخل 6 ماراثونات ورا بعض. See, I think this is the most difficult one of all of these races. صح؟ هلا رح نعرف ليش كمان أكثر. Sometimes at temperature of 50 degrees Celsius. 50 degrees Celsius. degree يعني درجة. Celsius. All right. فبتخيلين درجة الحرارة وقت تكون 50 you're in a desert and you're gonna like walk for 6 days about 6 days ماشي بس. See, it's pretty difficult. Okay, competitors have to carry backpacks. وإيش بيكون فيها هاي الباكباكس؟ Food, a drink, and equipment like compass, torch. A special medicine. Why do we need a special medicine? ليش بدنا إحنا دواء خاص؟ ليش لازم يكون في عنا أدوية أو إسعافات أولية أو special first aid?
Special medicines is
In case
snake bites.
in case of a snake bite, if a snake bites you, so you would have a medicine with you. Yes. Sure, it's a desert. You were gonna have so many dangerous, creatures, let's say. Okay. It's the toughest foot race in the whole world. Foot race يعني سباق مشي على الأقدام هو toughest. What is the meaning of toughest? أقصى سباق. excellent يا زينة. أقصى سباق في العالم. سباق مشي على الأقدام هذا أقصى سباق مشي على الأقدام. All right.
بس ما في صوت. بس ما في صوت.
دوري شوي بس بتيجي.
ماشي.
Empire State Building run-up.
When my friends ask, this is a very unusual race. You have to run up all the steps in the Empire State Building in New York City. That's 1,576 steps, or 102 floors. I had to plan my training carefully. First, I talked to a fitness coach. She asked me what training I did. None, I replied. In that case, she said, it's very simple. You have to start running up steps. So, I planned a program over 10 weeks, each week increasing the number of steps that I ran up. The race was really difficult. When I got up to the 50th floor, my legs went weak. But I did it. I finished 500th at John, New York.
Ironman, Hawaii.
Has 3 events: an 8-kilometre open water swim, a 180-kilometre bike ride, a 22-kilometre run, a marathon. It's not easy to get in. You have to qualify first. Each year, about 60,000 athletes try to qualify, but only about 2,000 win a place in the event. You also need really good sports equipment: bike, running shoes, swimsuit, and goggles. You have to be really fit even before you start training. Then you need a very ambitious training program, working out at least 13 hours a week for about 6 months. So I've done the training and I've prepared well. I'm ready for the race tomorrow. How do I feel? Quite confident. Sherry, Auckland.
Marathon des Sables, Sahara.
Marathon des Sables is a race across the Sahara Desert. You run 250 kilometers in 6 days. That's like running 6 marathons in a row, sometimes at temperatures of 50 degrees Celsius. Competitors have to carry backpacks with food, drink, and equipment. You need a compass, a torch, and special medicine in case of snake bites. It's the toughest foot race in the world. You have to train really seriously. I started 5 months before the race, carrying a backpack of 3 kilograms and running 50 to 70 kilometers every week. I slowly increased the weight to 8 kilograms and the distance to 200 kilometers. To get used to the temperature, I trained in Morocco for the last month. People asked me what the highlight of the race was. Finishing it was the biggest achievement of my life, but it was also great to make so many friends from other countries. What does it take to complete the Marathon des Sables? Mental toughness is very important. You need a strong mental endurance events. You also need to be able to persevere. Keep on going, however tired you are. Patrick, London.
Going back to the text. Going back to the text, as you see, we said that it's the toughest. We said that it's the toughest race, foot race in the world. You have to train really seriously. I started 5 months before the race. So before 5 months, he started training, okay? And how did he train? He trained carrying a backpack of 3 kilograms and running from 50 to 70 kilometers every week. أول شيء بلش بشيء بسيط إنه يحمل 3 كيلوغرام على ظهره وإنه يمشي مسافة من 30 إلى 50 كيلو متر. Yes, لكن بلش slowly. I increased the weight to 8 kilograms and the distance to 200 kilometer. زاد الوزن لحتى يصير ل 8 كيلوغرام والمسافة ل 200 كيلو متر. To get used to the temperature, I trained in Morocco for the last month. وعشان to get used، إيش يعني get used؟ يعني يتعود على إيش؟ على temperature، إن الحرارة بالمغرب. Yes. So he did. What did he do? Degree Celsius. Degree Celsius. Degree. So as you see, to get used to the temperature عشان يتعود على الحرارة, his last month كان التدرب وين؟ Morocco for the last month. People ask me what the highlight of the race was. I'm sure that some of you would say, like, teacher, no need to such races. ليش هاي السباقات أساساً صعبة؟ Okay, شو الهدف منها? And this is exactly what happened with him. Some people asked him, what are the highlights of this race? يعني بالنسبة لك شو الإشي المهم بهذا الريس? What did he answer? He said, first of all, finishing it was the biggest achievement of my life. يعني هذا إنجاز بالنسبة له. حيكون he would be pretty happy if he achieved such thing. يعني من الأهداف اللي نفسه يحققها إنه يخوض هذا السباق, which is very difficult. يعني تحدي للنفس. He's challenging himself if he can do it or not.
It's also great to make so many friends from other countries.
So the highlights are two. It's the big achievement for him, and also the idea of making friends from different countries. Yes, good job. What does it take to complete? Yes, right. What does it take to complete the Marathon des Sables? حتى نكمل هيك سباق, which is pretty difficult. What do we need? أنا إيش لازم يكون عندي صفات؟ شو حكى لنا؟ لا إيش هو قالنا؟ mental toughness. إيش يعني mental toughness؟ mental شيء ذهني, شيء له دخل بالإرادة والمثابرة والعزيمة. to be determined, مش من أول ما إني عندك determination إن يكون عندك عزيمة to persevere this, this event. You need a strong mental attitude for all endurance events. Endurance events اللي إيش مالها؟ السهلة؟ السهلة؟ لا.
الصعبة.
التي تحتاج إلى قدرة من التحمل. Okay? You need to be strong to achieve them. لحتى تقدر تكملهم لازم يكون عندك قدرة التحمل عالية. Right. You also need to be able to persevere. Keep on going however tired you are. لازم تستمر. persevere يعني مثابرة، المجاهدة، إنك تستمر حتى وأنت تعبان. اوكي، مش انت عم تمشي عادي انت في عندك طاقه، لا، لما تنفذ طاقتك once you're pretty tired and weak and you can't, you persevere. في هاي الحاله احنا بنحكي عنك انت you persevere لانك انت تعبان وعم بتثابر لحتى تستمر. that's right. okay. Patrick, London. okay. now let's find out from the text the following issues.
teacher.
yes teacher.
مش صح إن نستخرج من هاي الفقرة إنه هي specific information.
You're talking about the type of the text? لا, the type of the text as you see in here, it's a magazine article.
أوكي، أنا قصدي عن الأخيرة. مش هي
ما فهمت يا مس. okay, reading skill, like scan for specific information you mean?
هاي.
بس هون احنا عم بحكي لك انه احنا عم بنعمل سكانينج لحتى ندور على معلومات معينه، وهذا الشيء عملناه في البدايه لما بلشنا ندور على الايكويبمنت، صح؟ قلنا يلا نعمل سكان وندور على الايكويبمنت، فاحنا يعني فعلنا هاي المهاره اللي هي الريدنج سكيل ساعه السكانينج، انك تدوري على شيء معين في الفقره مش تقراي كل المعلومات. اوكي.
السؤال الاول اجابه تكون عباره عن هاي
let's find an adjective. Yes, please. Persevere. Crazy. Unusual. Seriously, adverb. Yes. Biggest. Excellent. Slowly. First adverb.
طب 102 هم الأرقام.
Strong, yes. Simple. Really. Really, miss adverb. Difficult adjective. Confident, yes. Seriously, really seriously are the adverb, yes. Good. Okay, let's see something else. Object pronoun. Object pronoun. Object pronoun. Yes, excellent.
Me. Excellent. So me, she asked me. Yes. People asked me. Yes, excellent. People asked me. So it's an objective pronoun. That's excellent. Well, that's all for today. يوم الأحد إن شاء الله حنحل ورشة مع بعض.